There are many commentary channels out there that I wouldn't say I don't like due to their content, but for me it's very rare that I won't like a channel due to their personality and the person themselves. Like, I can see effort and good content through annoying people, but there is one person that I can make an exception for, and that would be HarleyTBS. Harley is a commentary channel here on YouTube where he talks about trending topics like every other commentary channel. For me, this video is going to be my own personal opinion on Harley, so please don't take what I say too serious, and Harley, no hard feelings. Okay, I first heard about Harley around 4 months ago when the John Swan shit was going down, and this was when something that Harley had gotten involved with. Long story short, YouTuber that goes by the name of LT Cobra changed his Discord name to Dream and trolled Harley. That is literally it for the worst part, if you could even call it that. Now, this drama had affected people like Bo Blacks, Nick Diorio, Augie RFC, and Tipster, but Harley somehow made it more about him when making videos demanding that John Swan apologizes to him for a troll over Discord. Normally I wouldn't care about this, but there is something about his tone of voice that really pisses me off, so let's have a look at John Swan Where's My Apology.
He hasn't apologized to me. I haven't heard a lick of an apology from John Swan. I spoke to Cobra. Even Cobra thinks I deserve an apology. I've spoke to several creators now, and all of them air the same sentiment, that I'm owed an apology from John for the slander he spread on my name, for the lies he told me for the past year as I continued to consider his side and defend him, feeling bad for him for the fact that I may have lied about him. I am owed an apology from you, John. I am owed it. And I haven't heard even a second of an apology. You haven't even whispered my name in your apology. You didn't even give me a chance. You just claimed that they somehow got to Dream, or the evidence somehow got to Dream. You couldn't even name me, John, because you know how much you've wronged me. You've wronged me more than anyone else in this whole situation.
I won't lie, for the first part, where he says slander, I have no fucking clue what he's on about. I don't remember John Swan slandering him in any way, but maybe I'm missing something because I can't find anything about that. Also, you don't really need an apology though, do you? You were just trolled on Discord. Like it isn't that deep. There are people in that situation that definitely got it worse than you. Harley, listen, this is going to be shocking, but you didn't get it worse in any way. Bo Black's got it worse than you, and John Swan just lied about someone existing that doesn't even exist being autistic. The person who you could say got it worse was Nick Diorio, since he defended John publicly, and John saw his video before it was uploaded and let his friend's credibility on the line to save his ass. Another thing is the fact he tends to milk certain topics like people do, but Harley tends to milk people like Cosmodore for views. Now, I've tried watching some of his Cosmodore videos, but the background footage he uses is him drawing, and it's so goddamn boring to watch. His voice doesn't help in any way since the visuals isn't interesting, and I don't mind milking stuff for views, that's fine, but it's just, honestly, I've done it before, but I've tried watching these Cosmodore videos and they don't add anything new. They just
Now, if you don't know, as a YouTuber, I myself have experienced a lot of controversy, from the Paracynical drama to the Prismate Luke drama and a few more, which obviously have looked bad for me, and I've had to clear up my credibility with multiple responses many times, and 99% of the time I feel like my response does a good job of explaining my side and is normally received pretty well.
I will admit his newest 2 videos on Cosmodore actually do matter, because Cosmodore addresses in his response video to the backlash that he wouldn't be talking to any more minors and people underage. So Harley put that to the test and messaged him over Instagram, and actually Cosmodore replied to Harley, which is quite funny because then Harley caught, Cosmo in 4K.
On the build up to this video, I decided to reach out to him, full well not expecting a response, because I believed, oh yeah, he's probably not going to be reading message responses, especially from minors anymore. And then he replied to me. He proved my point. This dude is not actually sticking with the words he's claiming. He says in his video that he's cut off all ways for people to contact him, all minors to be able to contact him, and he's still replying to minors when they message him. He's still engaging with people on his messages. He's still doing it.
I think another problem I have with Harley is one horrible take he once had on YouTube that I actually couldn't believe. Harley uploaded a video called Lolly Porn Isn't Child Porn, which if you don't know what lolly porn is, don't look it up because you get a warning from Google saying that child porn is illegal. I don't have his video, and frankly I don't want to show it because the title can be proven wrong just by saying this. Lolly porn is child porn, and if anyone makes that shit is a fucking pedophile. Now, he did delete his video, and someone did archive the original video, and Harley striked it down because I guess he didn't want people seeing it, and what a fucking idiot he is. Now, he did eventually remove the strike because he had gotten some backlash, and he probably regrets making that video in the first place, but for me it's still an issue because it existed in the first place. My last criticism would be his ability to take criticism. Here's a clip of Harley responding responding to criticism.
Harley sort of reminds me of Repzilla when it comes to being dishonest. Harley grandstands on mostly all of his social media platforms, and there's just one thing that I don't like more than someone who grandstands. It's a dishonest person. You set up this image of yourself that you really care about something, when in reality, you don't. I don't have to pretend that I care about something when I don't actually, because I'm not dishonest. Again, the comparison to Repzilla, who's been added for being a dishonest hack over the past 2 days, but let's move on.
Where was the proof? He just claims that I don't care about the stories I cover. Clearly I do. You can very clearly see in all of my content that I'm emotionally invested. I wouldn't put this much time into these situations if I didn't. I'm baffled by the fact that I'm now called a dishonest hack with absolutely no evidence at all. You can't just state something and then it just becomes fact because someone said it. That's not how fact works. You show sources, you show proof, you show evidence. But I get that this guy that made this video is probably a newbie to YouTube, trying to learn how to make a video calling someone out, and he made a bunch of mistakes. I'm not really going to bash him too much.
This is where Harley's retardation is actually highlighted. Now, the video Harley is responding to is called an honest opinion. So you know what that means, right, Harley? You know, it's an opinion. And you asked him to show proof. How can he show proof when that's what he thinks? Also, you claim to be emotionally invested into making your content, but I disagree because you make gameplay commentary look easier with your boring ass drawing going on in the background. I know some of you are going to be saying, oh, but drawing is hard. What he does is really high effort. Yes, but come on, it's not interesting to watch someone do, is it? Paintings might be interesting to look on the wall when they're finished, but watching someone make it is boring as fuck. At least people like Jaden have something interesting to watch, and his voice doesn't make me want to blow my brains out. And then Harley's ego is shining through the lens brighter than my uncle's bald ass head, because he begins to patronize him by saying, oh, he's a small commentary channel and that he doesn't understand how to criticize someone. Harley, you can't always belittle someone that you disagree with. I mean, is that what you're going to do to me if you reply to me? I shouldn't have to worry about a reply, to be honest, because I mentioned the lolly video and this guy doesn't like it when people mention that, because this person that he's responding to mentioned it, and guess what? Harley didn't even show any of that or address it in his reply. He just showed what he considered to be the worst points, which was just his opinion, by the way. The reason this response got me is the way he's patronizing him, and that doesn't matter how big this guy's channel is, because it's an opinion. Of course you can disagree with it, but you haven't got a reply to make yourself look like a prick, Harley. Anyway guys, I hope you're doing well. Just remember to subscribe to HarleyTBS, and I know it seems like I really hate Harley, but I generally don't. I just don't really like his content or his voice. So just have a good day, subscribe to Harley if you enjoy his content, which I doubt you will. Goodbye.